I'm Matt Futterman from Wall Street Journal. We're here with Tim Cahill, Red Bulls midfielder. Tim, how was your season here?
That was fantastic. I think, it was a bit of a transition from the Premier League to the Major League Soccer, but, I can't thank the fans, the league, and especially the football club with the way they've, been with me. It's not the easiest league to play in. It's very athletic. The players are very physical. The football's exceptional, and I think for me, it's disappointing not to be playing in the final in the next couple of days.
Did you expect it to be easier? So there's that, the people look down on American football or soccer, what we call it. We don't even use the right word. So did you expect it to be a little easier?
No, I think I've travelled here for the last 6, 7, 8 years with Everton. We do a lot of tours here, and we've played against a lot of the MLS teams. And we've never ever come here and won games 2-3-0. So to actually play on the other side, I remember my first game, my debut against Tottenham. We lost 2-1, but it was unfortunate. But the level's pretty high. I think the great thing is there's a lot of homegrown talent mixed with European and South American, and I suppose just the level of ability, as in athlete-wise, is on par with anything in the world. So. I'm happy. I'm embracing everything. Travelling the stadiums and having no fans and seeing how many kids are watching and trying to inspire them. But I'm been really impressed with it.
You've played all over the world. Does it really compare with playing in some of the great leagues in the world? It's obviously probably not the Premier Leagues, not Spain, not Italy. Where does it stack up? What would you compare it to?
I think it'll be hard to stack it up. But the one thing I would say is there's a reason why the best teams in the world travel to America to play here. The level's fantastic, the stadiums, the fans, and when you look at it, overall, it's a sleeping giant that's growing year in, year out. So to be part of this revolution, to be involved in the MLS, I'm very proud, and I've come here at a good age that, start of next season, I'll start from the start and hopefully look to do something special with the New York Red Bulls.
Now, also, you obviously are a star with Australia. Tell us what the team's prospects look like as you're going through qualifying for Brazil.
Yeah, at the moment, a bit jittery. We had a really poor start, and it's one of them ones that now we have to win as many games as possible. So it's not the easiest, group in the world, being in the Asian group, and it's proved very difficult, the games we've played in. But I suppose that's what football's all about. It's not easy, but there's a long way for us to go. But qualifying for a World Cup is potentially a third World Cup for me is my dream, and something that I'm going to go and put everything into.
And you may not have played them recently, but obviously you know a lot of the players. How do you rate the American side?
I think this is the best thing about the MLS. They're breeding the talent for the future. This is their homegrown talent that plays week in, week out. When you see players like Susi getting calls up and other players around the league and getting experience with a manager like Klinsmann mixed in with the European talent, then they've beat the best. They've beat the best in the world, and obviously every World Cup competition they upset people. So. They're a fantastic team with some great players, but I love the way that they use their homegrown talent as well, and the way they mix it in, so their prospects are really high.
Do you think someone who's a homegrown talent, an American, really needs to go over to Europe and play in some of those top leagues to get that sort of final seasoning and really to become a top international player?
Yes and no. I feel that sometimes you can have players that are exceptional and basically play above and beyond the level, which means they have to go and test themselves in the biggest leagues in the world, because it would be fantastic to have them playing in this league, but also representing your country on an international level, playing in the Premier League, in the Spanish League, and leagues like that. Then you can't stand in their way, because you look at what Clint Dempsey's doing now. The goals he scored last year. He's playing for Tottenham, one of the biggest clubs in England. He flies the flag well. And yes, if he was in the Major League Soccer, it'll be amazing for the league. But I feel that when that kid's a bit special, go and test yourself. And if not, come home. There's no harm in that.
Okay, so the U.S. and Australia, two very similar countries when it comes to international soccer. Which nation is going to make a World Cup semi-final first?
Wow, what a question. Hopefully we play against each other and we make it together. But with the way America is developing on a domestic level, first of all, Major League compared to the A-League, they're bounds apart, as in logistically, what they've done with the stadiums, the crowds, the players, the format of the setup they have is pretty impressive. Players that are playing in Europe, there's a lot more. So if you're going off, paper talk, then you would say most probably America. But in football terms, we're fighting Aussies, so we like to come from any angle and hopefully, break all barriers. So hopefully we can play against each other at the same time.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Definitely.
Right. Well, great. Well, thanks for coming in. Thanks a lot, Tim Cahill from the Red Bulls and Matt Futterman from Wall Street Journal.
Thank you.